Thanks so much for joining us on today's episode of Tech Bridge. This is the show that gives you adequate information about technology. We ensure that you are well equipped, you are well informed when it comes to technology. We want to make sure that you have everything you need to make sure that you are very vast, you are very grounded when it comes to deploying technology to improve your life. I'm Shoifumola today, and I welcome you to Tech Bridge today.
Welcome to Tech Bridge. My name is Toyo Alagoke.
Okay, all right. Today we are talking about something that I should say that concerns everybody, and we're talking about data subscription.
Everybody.
Yes.
Everybody with smartphone.
And we're going to pick it from various angles. We know that when we talk about internet technology, it didn't start from Nigeria, really.
Actually, you don't forget that it came from the military in the US.
Yes.
And so then they were using internet to do a number of research and a number of connections for their weapons and a number of logistics and strategies. So that has been cascaded down to business now. And that is why everybody is on data, on internet.
Yes, and of course, when we talk about Nigeria, it started from going to cafes. Remember those days that we had only featured phones, no internet-enabled phones.
Oh, well, if you even start with a feature phone, that is even on the advanced level. Then we have to go to cafe overnight.
Yes, you buy tickets.
And you have
night browsing, yes.
Night browsing and a number of things. You have to wait for your time and browse to the maximum, check your mails. I mean, a number of things.
I remember those days that if you have to register or open an email address, you pay.
We pay. I remember I was a victim. Meanwhile, it is free. It was actually free, but we didn't know. So we paid. I'm talking about 98, 97.
Yes, it's really funny. So I can't relate that to what happens now that you can open as many as you want on your phone, just on your mobile phone.
I think we can call this on the go. On the go, you are enhanced with, you are empowered with internet facility on your phone.
Yes.
And that is why a smartphone. You can do all your businesses on the phone.
Sure. So today we are looking at data subscription, and we're looking at some of the issues we have about it. We are going to explore a lot of things, and what we should be expecting. There is a partnership between two major organizations trying to ensure that we have a better internet connection in Nigeria and in Africa. Please stay with us on Tech Bridge. We'll bring you the details after this break. Thanks so much for staying with us. The program is still Tech Bridge on Lagos Television. And we told you that we'll be talking about data subscription and some other issues surrounding it. I'm sure you're going to have all your answers on this show today. And today we've got Gerald Omez. He's an ICT personnel. He's got a lot of experience in this field we're talking about. Gerald, you're welcome to Tech Bridge today.
Thank you very much for having me in the show.
Gerald, you're welcome. I know millions of Nigerians are waiting to hear about data subscription because it affects everybody.
Yes. I can't totally give the whole answer, but the best answers I would give will definitely suit my dealer, listeners.
All right, so we're picking it from this latest report from NCC that mobile internet users reached 105 million in Nigeria, and that is a kind of increase in what we had in August last year. This report was released September 2018, and it's a kind of comparison to what we had in August 2018, that we had just 104.63 million subscribers. So let's pick it from there.
Personally, I think the indices NCC has actually used in getting this result is not convincing to me. I'm not disputing them. I'm saying I think we have more than such number of internet users in Nigeria. But if going by the description over the last year and now, we have over 105 million users.
Yes.
I think it goes down to the fact that the internet has been made affordable, and there is no age restriction in the internet in Nigeria. If we are careful, in the next second quarter of 2019, that digits will grow from 105 million people to 105.7 million people.
So Nigeria has become the second largest internet embracer, if I can use that word. So what does it portend for this nation?
It will actually help us in our economic activities. It will help push our commerce. It will help push our visibility, our recognition as a country. Internet is a big business. But what is really killing us right now is the fact that we have not been able to utilize the business. Nigeria ranks 3 today when it comes to the highest number of internet cybercrime. As is to say, fraudulent users with internet.
So as we deploy it positively, we have some other people.
Exactly. That's why I said these numbers are going to keep increasing, because our young youth today are actually getting involved with the internet and using it for the wrong tool. So that's the sad part. But if there's a good, will I say, economic team that whereby the internet is deployed to the people and asked and required of them to use it wisely, I believe you. Trust me, the figures you hear about us just being number 2 in the world embracing internet will go from 2 to 1, being the best country with the most affordable internet and the most convenient internet, how do I put, embracers in the world.
Okay, let's take it back a little. Take it back to the days that we didn't have internet-enabled mobile phones. We used to have internet service providers at cyber cafes, and we just buy night browsing. We go there, and let's pick it from that angle.
Yeah.
Would we say that we have better speed and better connection then compared to what we have now on smartphones?
Back then, we were running on the CDMA network, which was called the Code Division Multiple Access Network, and was powered by just few internet service providers. I wouldn't mention names. No, now then the network were okay. They were a bit higher than the E, that's the edge, which is the 2G. And a bit of the HSPA kind of network. It was okay, but the thing is, we couldn't get internet at the convenience of our home. We were forced to always leave our comfort zones to get access to the internet or access the World Wide Web. Now, today, looking at it, that's over like 10 years ago.
Yes,
looking at it today, if more than that, not more than that, if not 16. Looking at it today now, Nigeria has grown to a part where I can conveniently get information of this news or this discussion we are having here easily at the first hand in my phone. So I think the growth has been phenomenal, and I like the fact that the youths, both the old and the young generations, are embracing this progress.
It's not just the cyber cafe alone, because some people will tell you that a number of times they have to use telephone to connect to a port for them to browse. I remember I was part of those people that apart from going to cyber cafe, you have to use Nitel's box there. So you have to use the ports, and so it's very, very slow. But now you can browse anything because we're relying on what's it called now?
Relying on our internet now, the 4G,
which has the backbone of I think some cable.
Yeah, exactly, that's the fiber optics.
Fiber optics, thank you.
Optics,
okay, now we have this one that at some point we see these figures and we see that there are a lot of subscribers now. Fine, and we see a kind of healthy competition in the industry when it comes to data subscription.
Yes.
So can we say that the price is affordable and the quality that we have now, can we say it is the best we can have in Nigeria? Well,
this answer is a bit tricky, but I can tell you there's a good news to it and there's a bad news.
Okay, share the good one first.
We'll start with the good news. It will burst your bubbles to know that Nigeria has one of the best internet subscription in the world.
Really?
Internet in Nigeria is still as low as $3.1. Very low. But in countries like Europe, to subscribe to the lowest internet, you have to pay nothing less than 20 euro, which is approximately 10,000 naira to get the least. In countries like Ghana, you are spending nothing less than 3.7. Countries like Kenya, you are getting ready to spend 3.6 to 3.9 to get just 1 gig of data. Really? So Nigeria is one lucky country with internet, and I think I will give that, let's say that accordance to the NCC. They have done so well in ensuring that the competition doesn't just suit the exactly. It also suits the consumers who are subscribing to it. So the good news, like I said earlier, is we have one of the best and the most cheapest data subscription. Though, which the bad news is, we don't have the same minimum income.
Okay.
Which is a problem. So you don't earn the same thing I earn, and what serves you for a month can't serve me for a month. So that's where the downside is. But other than that, I think we have the best.
To me, yes, we have one of the best price competitively.
Yes.
But what about the speed? Yes, I've experienced some other services from outside the country that it runs on fiber and it's very fast.
Yes,
but
you're right.
In this part of the world, some people will tell you that it's dragging and it's very slow. So
probably depending on the location as well.
Location, yeah. In that part too, I would say these telecoms have actually failed a bit because Nigeria itself ranks 108 when it comes to the number of speed or the height of speed of our upload and download. We have a speed download of 9.6 megabytes per second. Whereas countries like Uganda, Namibia, Tunisia, Ghana, and other countries have nothing less than 11.1 down to 18.9 megabyte speed when it comes to surfing the internet. So we have this poor growth in the speed of the internet. But still at that, with just that 9 points, we have been able to cover so many things. So picture if we have up to 20, like South Korea and Japan and these great countries, you can know what we can do with the internet. So I think we are coming up, but with time, with the expansion of will I say, the network coverage in some cities and the introduction of the fibers from these network providers, I believe we will supersede this.
Okay, so talking about keeping our hopes alive, we have this report from Internet Society, and that they are going to partner with Facebook to establish something called Internet Exchange Points.
Okay.
And they're saying that this is going to have a kind of better infrastructure. Let's read some parts of the report. It says that an Internet Exchange Point is where multiple local and international networks, ISPs, and content providers interconnect their networks together to efficiently exchange internet traffic through an arrangement commonly known as peering. And it says that currently 42% of countries in Africa lack IXP, that is Internet Exchange Points, which means that most of their domestic internet traffic is exchanged through points outside their respective country. So the report can be endless. So what do we see about this from what you said that we have in Nigeria and this coming on board?
Okay, in 2006, when Facebook, I won't say when Facebook became at least available to almost everybody in the mobile phone, Nigerians also, we had only 10 million users, and it wasn't as good as what it is now.
Yes.
Facebook expanded, Facebook reinvested, Facebook focused more on their social platform, and it became big. Today, Nigeria has over 26 million active Facebook users. Now, when someone like Mark Zuckerberg sees that record, why do you think he wouldn't want to come to Africa or come to Nigeria to partner?
Because that serves as a regular source of income for marketing.
Exactly. So if he checked his statistics and indexes and said, tell me the African countries that are actually following my page or using my platform with respect to the WhatsApp.
Yes.
And he sees Nigeria in the sheets. Nigeria having 26 million. And remember when I told you, or when you said earlier, that the internet users in Nigeria is 105.
Yes.
Imagine we have 105. That means 26 million people in that 105 are actually actively involved with Facebook. So I encourage his idea, and the idea of this internet exchange, which is going to help us, is going to make it easy for us to access Facebook freely without hoping to subscribe for data. It's just like what Google is trying to do now in Africa. Google is trying to create a workstation, a Google station, whereby they come into various centers, you go there and log into your internet, and you sign up with your phone number and you browse the internet. So they want to ensure that everyone in Africa has direct access to internet and also access to probably their own platform, Facebook also.
For me, if you're talking about data subscription, yes, I'm sure one or two people will be expecting us to look and delve properly into why do we have some provider consuming our bandwidth easily and faster.
Okay.
Okay. I think this is tricky, because one thing I've realized about the internet service providers is this: most of these juicy offers they give to you are not really juicy. They only lure you to come into their own network so that you can help them float the company.
Okay.
I don't know if you understand.
So if they tell us that we should subscribe to 1 gig and get 1 gig free,
you will get the 1 gig free, but it's capped. It's capped. It means when your 1 gig starts running, your normal 1 gig starts running. It has its normal cap. But when you get into the other bonus, it doesn't run the way you expect it to run. And before you know, it's either you are out of, as in like you run out of your subscription end of the month, or the cap doesn't serve its job. The whole idea is just to draw you into their services so that you can be their subscriber, so that they can introduce their products to you, so that you can be trapped. I won't call it trapped, but you can be locked into their services and enjoy all the other benefits. That was just the whole idea. It's not as if there's a different...
But is it true that some network providers drain faster, internet service providers drain faster than the other mobile phones? I've seen that discussed at some points, that when you pick this one, you can use it for a couple of times, but this other one, within 3 days, everything is gone. Is that true?
Let me clarify it here to our fellow Nigerians. It is not true.
Really?
It is a myth. The truth is, one of the reasons why your data drains fast are based on more than three factors.
Okay,
but I'll mention just the factors. Number one is speed.
Okay.
Our speed of internet has grown. That 9.6 I told you about megabyte download speed or upload speed was not what it was before.
Okay.
Before we had 1.3 download speed. That was how slow we were. And we were using an edge network. And the phones we were using then were Java phones and Symbians. Now, imagine you log into these phones. You only have one access to a particular application, maybe your Nimbus or your to go or whatever you
So
do
it's
back
one
then.
app at a time.
Exactly. So that is what it consumes. Now, technology has expanded. We have so many applications. Now, these applications are in your phones. Now, when you put on your phone and on your data, the speed of the network where you start browsing and start responding is what is making your data go quickly, not as if it drains it. No, the speed.
From my understanding, you even have some background processes
God
running
bless
and
you.
consuming those things.
Exactly. Now, you are not aware. Something is syncing. Now, imagine you get a request, a follow request from Twitter. You get a message from your email. This so person has followed you. How manage? How does my email know about this? It's syncing. They are syncing each other. Any activity that's happening in your Facebook is happening in your other app, giving you notifications. So all of these background data or informations are going on, consuming your data. That's why most people even complain that I can't use an iPhone. Why? Because an iPhone consumes data more than an Android. An iPhone was designed in such a way that it was built for the foreign world and the high elites. Because it's believed that in the foreign world, updates, informations are coming in. Get yourself into it. So we who just want to maintain that status of, okay, I use an iPhone, get that phone, you subscribe with 1 gig and you expect it to do the job.
So if I get you right, the kind of device you use
determines exactly
how fast. So there are
Yes, and
several
also the
factors.
kind of apps you have on your phone as
Very
well.
well, very
okay,
well.
I think
well.
someone is getting that now, so it's a myth.
It's actually a myth. There's
So
no,
there's a trade-off. There's a trade-off.
Exactly.
You want to get the best, then you must trade off
Get ready to spend
to
enough
spend
for it.
money.
Okay, you've heard that. Android users, iPhone users, you've got something to trade with. So if you are buying any of this one, know what you are getting into. We're not going to drop the curtain on the discussion today. Gerald, we thank you so much for sharing your thoughts
you
on
very much, Mr.
TECHBRIDGE.
Shea. I
Thank
really
you so much
appreciate
for all of this. We
Thank you for
appreciate
coming
you.
on this
It's an
program.
honor to be
Yes,
on
and
the
of
show
course,
today.
what you've shared with us today is really something worthwhile, and we hope to have you some other time on TECHBRIDGE.
I would really love to spend my time with you guys. I
All
really
right.
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks so very much. The program is still TECHBRIDGE on Lagos Television. Please stay with us. We'll go for a quick break. I'll be back after then. Thanks for staying with us. The program is still TECHBRIDGE on Lagos Television. That was an amazing discussion with Gerald.
Wonderful.
Lots of information, lots of revelation.
You know, so many people don't even know that their device, their mobile phone, determines the kind of speed.
Yeah, we just buy
Some
expensive
don't even know
phones.
that their apps determines the speed that is being consumed.
Yeah.
So every time they just blame the telecom provider. Oh, they're consuming my data, my data is being...
And they keep switching from one provider to the other.
Not knowing that even your own determines your speed.
So probably we should switch phones instead of...
You can see that TECHBRIDGE is always enhancing and enlightening
Yes,
people.
and that is what we do on this show. Well, that is our show today. Thanks so very much for joining us. Remember, you can connect with us on our various social media platforms. On Facebook, we're on TECHBRIDGE LTV. And of course, on YouTube, we're on TECHBRIDGE LTV as well. You can watch this episode later and all our previous episodes as well. We also like to remind you that you can download the LTV mobile app or TV Now app. That is our episode today once again. I am Shoyi from Yola today. Hope to see you some other time.
And it will be a good thing if you can participate on TECHBRIDGE. Catch us on all our social media, like my partner said, and you will be glad. See you next time. My name is Tony Olagoke, signing out.
Bye.